Students remember loved ones with Alzheimer's, how a wall can tell a story.
Baked goods and beats, how a sweet sale helps high school band members.
UAPD might be getting some aid from technology. Learn about how they plan on keeping parking lots safe on campus. UATV starts right now.
Welcome to UATV. I'm Heidi Kirk.
And I'm Ashlyn Brothers. Thanks for joining us. The Department of Health confirms 3 cases of the mumps on campus as of Wednesday. The Arkansas Department of Health encourages students to get up to date on vaccinations. In particular, the measles, mumps, rubella vaccination that protects your body from the disease. Some students believe vaccinations will prevent the mumps.
I've never been sick with the measles or mumps, and that's because I have been vaccinated. Even though vaccinations aren't 100% effective, they do help tremendously.
Students, faculty, and staff can be vaccinated at Pat Walker Health Center on campus.
A wall in the Union provides a place to honor loved ones with Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's Memory Wall allows students and faculty to share experiences and stories. For some, the wall causes reflection on the time spent with those diagnosed.
She became just really confused about things and didn't always trust us the way that she used to. So it really altered the way that I related to her. It changed my relationship with her.
Students can visit the wall until Wednesday in the Student Union International Connections Lounge.
New big tobacco products draw in young adults. Vapes, e-cigs, and Juuls grow in popularity, but consequences follow. UATV's Courtney Winston has more.
Honestly, I didn't really have a reason to start. Wasn't addicted, didn't smoke cigarettes. Just kind of the cool thing to do, and so I bought a Juul, and I was addicted ever since.
To young adults like Chris Don, the cool thing to do involves the newest form of tobacco. Vapes, e-cigs, and Juuls are electronic products that produce vapor which contains nicotine and usually some sort of flavoring. And because these types of goods are relatively new, the consequences of using is mostly unknown. Bart Hammock, a professor at the University of Arkansas who's done research on the product, says it will be years until we know the full effects, but there are already signs of negativity on the body.
We do know that nicotine has an impact on the developing brain, and so we don't know exactly what that impact, any long-term effects may be, but there may be risks associated with teens, in particular using e-cigarettes.
Not to mention, they're highly addictive.
For a while, I could hold off. I could not Juul, but then probably about, I'd say 5 to 6 months after, I was Juuling a day and going through a pod a day.
One Juul pod contains roughly 5% nicotine, the same as 1 pack of cigarettes, and some vape juices can hold 6% nicotine.
I knew it was dangerous. I just didn't really care. At 20, 22, nobody can touch me.
But it's not impossible to quit. Just ask Chris.
It just kind of hit me like I need to quit. I'm super addicted, and I know that, and it saves a lot of money. But other than that, I just kind of decided, and it was time to be over with and get better and not be addicted.
The FDA banned the selling of fruity Juul flavors to people under 21 to reduce the use of the product by minors. Arkansas ranks among the worst states in America for tobacco use. State lawmakers plan to attack the issue head-on by passing bills to slow down usage. Lawmakers consider adding taxes on e-cigarettes and raising smoking age to 21 to protect Arkansans' health. One bill could direct taxpayer money to cancer research at UAMS.
When it comes to theft or burglary attempts on campus, UAPD relies on bystanders and the evidence on hand. With the help of a new technology, crime investigation should be easier than ever. UATV's Blake Hines is live to tell us more.
Theft can happen a lot on campus, but with the help of security cameras, solving the crime can become a lot easier.
Brandon Powell is a corporal for UAPD, and one of the biggest problems he faces in his line of work is theft.
I think last time I worked a theft report in Lot 56, it was due to several vehicles being left unlocked and some of their personal belongings laying in the seat. such as laptops, backpacks, purses, stuff like that. 225 to University.
Powell says Lot 56 near the soccer fields experiences the most traffic on a daily basis. No cameras to scan the area means UAPD's chances of solving the crime are slim.
There are a lot of people that pass through that lot, some affiliated, some non-affiliated.
This camera right now is watching every single move I make, and this is just on the back of my vehicle. Imagine there being a camera in every single parking lot across campus.
That's something UAPD hopes to add to help solve crimes. UAPD patrols lots where non-students park to make sure no one tries to steal cars or any personal belongings.
Some of the other lots, especially in the past year or so, we've had a lot of thefts of motor scooters. And those thefts tend to occur in the areas where we have most of the scooter parking, of course.
One student says his vehicle was involved in a hit and run.
So have you ever been involved in like a burglary or a theft or a hit and run accident with your own personal vehicle?
Now that you mention it, I actually have. I had somebody back into my car once and left a minor scratch, but there was no real need to file a police report because there was no way they were going to catch him.
Now, Corporal Powell says that he hopes there will be security cameras every parking lot someday, but for now, there's not a plan. Live reporting for UATV, I'm Blake Hines.
Powell says some easy ways to avoid having your belongings stolen is to be aware of your surroundings and make sure that your car is always locked.
A case involving a UA former chair of the anthropology department moves to the drug treatment court. Officers arrested Justin Murphy Nolan on April 24th of 2018. Police charged Nolan with 4 counts of possessing a controlled substance. Nolan will appear in Washington County Circuit Court on May 9th.
The College of Education and Health Professions searches for a dean. The third candidate for the position, Brian A. Premack, spoke today on his vision for the college. Premack currently serves as Dean of the Honors College at University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. Only 3 candidates remain in the race running for dean.
ASG passed a promotional resolution giving students the opportunity to donate a meal, Razor Bucks, or dining dollars to other students. In order to donate, students can ask when swiping at the register of the dining hall. The swipes will only be accounted for if done in Fulbright or Bruff Dining Hall from February 18th through March 10th. Luke Humphrey, ASG's secretary, says students can help other students in need.
What that looks like is anytime a student goes to a dining hall on campus, they get the opportunity to donate a meal to a student that may not have the opportunity.
The resolution passed with 41 yes votes out of 42 total votes. The proceeds will go to the Jane B. Gearhart Full Circle Campus Food Pantry, which will then go to the students. The band fraternity hosts a bake sale on campus. How they plan to affect the next generation of musicians.
A new late-night stop opened its doors in Fayetteville. How your midnight sweet tooth can be a problem of the past.
A new bill tries to even the playing field for both parents in custody battles.
The bill aims to do away with gender discrimination when it comes to custody battles surrounding children born inside and outside of marriage.
The bill will be heard in the House Judiciary Committee sometime next week.
An Arkansas lawmaker proposes a new bill to help criminals charged with nonviolent crimes.
The bill will automatically seal the nonviolent offenders' criminal records.
And the offenders must complete their probation and sentence for a felony, or wait 5 years after their conviction of a misdemeanor.
Applications open up for the 2019 Student Involvement Awards.
The organization SUI will recognize the hard work of some students throughout the Student Involvement Awards banquet.
Nomination forms can be found on HogSync, and they need to be turned in by Saturday at midnight.
The Band Service fraternity holds a bake sale outside of Kimple Hall.
Members of the University of Arkansas bands make up Kappa Kappa Psi. The fraternity's sale raises money for more than just the Razorback Band. Funds also help younger musicians who share the same passion.
We provide service for our band at the U of A, but we also provide service for local high school bands and stuff like that, which is what this is for.
The proceeds of this particular bake sale will find its way to Elkins, Arkansas, to help a local high school band.
A cookie shop with 100 locations across the U.S. opens up in Fayetteville. The New York-based company Insomnia Cookies opened its first location in Arkansas.
You can find the cookie shop on Dixon Street, where Waffle House used to be. The Dixon Street location stays open until 3 in the morning and also delivers.
A Northwest Arkansas nonprofit helps adults with special needs, how people with disabilities can still serve their community.
Members of student government fight for parking forgiveness. What changes could be ahead?
A nonprofit organization gives an opportunity for adults with disabilities to grow in their local community. Open Avenues has been around for 43 years, creating an impact in the disabled community. Griselda James is live with the story.
Thanks, Ashlyn. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to see firsthand how this nonprofit organization is not only helping, but also believing in the disabled community.
The minute I walked in the door the first time, I was welcomed.
Open Avenue is a nonprofit organization that works to provide life and job skill training with adults with special needs.
The people we serve just want an opportunity to live and work like anybody else does.
They also provide work opportunities, community involvement, and transportation for people with disabilities in the local community.
A lot of people find it easier to support children with special needs, and they don't think about, like, once you become adult, you still need these services.
The Faculty Work Center finds employment that matches each person's interests and abilities. The organization partnered with big local companies like Walmart and Tyson. Last year, Open Avenue trained 157 clients. The organization plans to increase that number each year.
I'd really like to thank Open Avenues for giving me my independence back.
Open Avenues will be hosting the Hot Air Balloon Festival on August 24th. The event will include hot air balloon rides, food trucks, and live music and other activities. All the procedures will go to this nonprofit organization. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Griselda James.
The organization offers different events through the year. For more information, you can visit the Open Avenues website.
The Associated Student Government passes a proposal that could help students with parking. The proposal passed last Tuesday and would give students some extra time to get their car. ASG Senate Chair Coleman Bettler oversaw the vote on the proposal.
And so what it's going to do is open up the conversations with parking and transit to potentially allow students a little bit of time after their parking meters have expired to get back to their cars and maybe get some kind of notification.
ASG, along with the transit and parking, continue talking to find a common ground when it comes to student parking on campus. When voting for the legislation, 41 people said yes and 1 person said no.
A bit of Hollywood comes to the hills. Farm Studios in Hiwassee offers Arkansas filmmakers a Hollywood-style backlot and 10,000 square feet of shooting space. The facility includes a massive soundstage, a cyclorama wall, and a light grid and construction workshop. Owner and visionary of the project, Zach Heald, says he is pumped for his new playground, full of endless possibilities.
Being able to offer this to Arkansas filmmakers, giving them a place to create, we're just really excited to see how people use the space and what kind of movie posters we'll get to hang on the wall out here.
Heald says students from around the area will also get the chance to learn from professionals while exploring the space. All right, guys, find out which softball player made history over the weekend.
And see how the Diamond Hogs did in LA. All that and more when we get back with sports.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm Elias Weiss. What does it mean to hit a home run cycle in softball? It's so rare, most people probably don't even know what it is. But Razorback sophomore Danielle Gibson became the second softball or baseball player in NCAA history to accomplish the feat. The cycle involves hitting a solo homer, a 2-run homer, a 3-run homer, and a grand slam, all in the same game. Gibson recorded the cycle in just 4 innings in a home standoff against the Southern Illinois Cougars on Saturday. Her outstanding performance came just hours after a loss in which Gibson went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. She received national attention over the weekend, including an article on MLB.com, which pointed out that the home run cycle has never been accomplished in professional sports. The softball Hogs have progressed to a 12-3 record on the season and earn a ranked spot at number 12 in the nation. Arkansas baseball spent a sunny weekend in Los Angeles for a triple header against the University of Southern California, receiving their first loss on the season but not moving down from their number 16 spot in the country. After back-to-back road wins against the Trojans, 9 Hogs recorded hits in what turned into a loss in extra innings. Despite the loss, the Razorbacks earned their first road series victory since taking 2 of 3 from the Alabama Crimson Tide in 2017. The Diamond Hogs are now 5-1 on the season, the same record as number 1 ranked Vandy. Their next showdown will take place here in Fayetteville on Wednesday against the Memphis Tigers. The Hog basketball heartbreak saga continued Saturday night when the team collapsed at home against Texas A&M. Despite building up a 6-point lead and scoring 80 points, the Razorbacks defense crumbled and allowed the Aggies to eventually achieve a 7-point win. Sophomore forward Daniel Gafford, who recorded a double-double in that game, admitted that despite the emphasis his teammates try to place on defensive side of the ball, the Hogs failed to play defense in their most recent loss. The game marked the continuation of the team's 5-game losing streak since beating LSU on the road early this month. The losses have taken Arkansas's conference record from an impressive 5-4 to a saddening 5-9. The Hogs are hopeful for a big upset in their next SEC matchup on the road versus the number 4 Kentucky Wildcats. Tip-off will be at 8 p.m. tomorrow in Lexington and will broadcast on the SEC network. That's all the time we have for today. We'll be right back with this week's weather.
Clouds return tomorrow as well as a bit of heat.
You can expect temperatures in the upper 50s by mid-afternoon. Also, slight chances of rain throughout the day. Today marks National Clam Chowder Day.
The Northeastern delicacy consists of onion, potatoes, and most importantly, clams. Clam chowder originated overseas and continues to be served at the oldest restaurant in America, Union Oyster House in Boston, Massachusetts. The Oyster House started serving clam chowder in 1836. Well, that's all the time that we have for tonight. I'm Ashlyn Brothers.
And I'm Heidi Kirk. Have a good night.